Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to opening day of the 2001 baseball season replay here on the channel in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Apologies for a little bit of a late start and for a bit of rattling you might have been hearing, but there was one thing I was busy looking for that I realized I didn't have ready. I didn't have my ticker dice ready. Anywho, now that we've got that sorted out, opening day for 2001 is taking us to the Skydome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas are hosting the Texas Rangers here in opening day of this 2001 regular season replay. I'm excited to be doing this season in particular. Hopefully you guys are excited to join along for the ride here. We've got a great game for you for opening day. My ticker's all set to go. I've got my feature games pulled through September 11th already, so let's jump right into the action. Fans here are filing into the Skydome. Everybody's excited about opening day. As everybody's filing in, if the fans will please rise, we will first have the playing of the national anthems. First up on that front, we will have the American national anthem. And if fans will stay standing, we will also have the playing of the Canadian national anthem as ID Jester is first to join us here at Skydome. Troy Sawyer now joins us here at Toronto Skydome. Just as a heads up, I'm not going to play the national anthems with every single game, but definitely for opening day and when we get to the World Series, at those points I'll lean on the pageantry. Otherwise, not going to play anthems every single game, and hopefully, Troy, you'll enjoy this playthrough of Payoff Pitch. Now, if you want, I'm not going to be answering questions. I'm going to be back to my normal replay demo. In fact, I'm going to actually, if you have questions about the game, feel free to ask away. I'll answer them if I see them in between the half innings, but if you don't mind, Jester, I'm going to actually lean on you a little bit to answer the questions during the game. So let's go ahead and jump into the action without any further ado. Before we do that, I should grab my drink, though, so I will be right back. After almost 2 hours of yakking last night during Pinot with Phoenix, you would think I'd make sure I have drinks handy at all times. So thanks, Jester. Going to try to help out. Okay, I think we are all set here. I'm just going to make sure Digital Diamond is all ready to go. It would help if I actually click into the scheduled game. So let me get that all set up here, and then we will jump in to our opening day action here. Like I mentioned, we've got a great one here with the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Fortunately, they've got that set to go. Okay. Alrighty. DH will be used, Board Game Companion. I'm going to have to check one more setting as well before we jump into the action here. Do-do-do. Okay. Let me check my options. Okay, gameplay speed is the last thing I needed to check. And we are at last all set to go. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays is Esteban Loaiza. 11-11 with a 5.02 ERA. 190 innings pitched, 239 hits, 27 home runs, 40 walks, and 110 strikeouts in 2001. Let's meet the lineup that he is charged with keeping in check here on opening day. For the Rangers, I'll bring my score sheet close. We've got Rusty Greer in left field, Randy Velarde at second base, Alex Rodriguez is at shortstop. Yes, he was a Ranger in 2001. Rafael Palmeiro at first base. Ivan Rodriguez is catching. Andres Galarraga is the designated hitter. He had a big part in the 1985 World Series run for the Expos. Ken Caminiti at third base. Ruben Mateo's in right field. And Bo Porter is in center field. Leading off for the Rangers is Rusty Greer. Loaiza is a righty. 6 home runs, 23 RBIs in 2001. We are using black, blue, and silver dice. Blue Jays are the home team. Opening day here in 2001. Every season, every team starts off theoretically with dreams of making the World Series. But for only one, that dream will come to fruition. Actually, for only one team can win the World Series in these replays. Let's find out if it'll be either of these teams. And the only way we're going to find that out is the same way we're going to start every single game. That will be by going to the first pitch. So here we go. We are starting the 2001 replay off with an in-play 14, and Greer's going to be starting that off with a base hit. He will get on with the leadoff single, and we are underway here at Skydome. Randy Velarde is now the batter as the infield goes to double play depth. 6 home runs, 19 walks in 2001 against right-handed pitching, and I need to get my charts as well. Normally I'm not this much of a scatterbrain. And the fast action cards, too. Oh well. I think fans are probably still filing in a little bit, so this gives me some time to get the fast action decks ready to go. Fine-tuning your top 100 games of all time. List about 80% done. 4 versions before you're finished, so a lot of work to get it done. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm starting to do a little bit on my list. I'm not sure how much. Well, I'm getting a little bit spoilerific. I know you want to do a preview show about our top 100 list. The one thing I'll say about it now is this year for me is probably going to be a big churn year. when I get into that, and I'll explain more about what's going to happen on that during the preview show when we get that on the books. Just making sure I've got everything ready to go here. Plus, I am going to be looking to do at least another block in this replay today. Okay, so we need a jump chart. Okay, that's stealing. So here are my rare plays. Oh, here's a jump chart. Okay, now you know I've got the rare plays accessible here. Got the last of the fast action cards. We'll get the Blue Jays deck shuffled up. Okay, now that we've got that all figured out, everything is, this is going to be called the Big Fall. Ton of games that fell off this year, and yeah, there are going to be a lot of, I think my list is ultimately going to have a lot of big falls, and like I said, churn year. There's kind of the theme of my list this year. Anyway, Randy Velarde, now the batter as we come back to Skydome. 6 home runs, 19 walks versus right-handed pitching. Greer is an F steal. He is going to stay put. So Loaiza looking into Darren Fletcher for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be, 5 is going to be a tough 75, and a tough 75. Velarde is going to fight that off, and he's going to have a single. And runner on first advances 2 bases, so that'll blast into center field. Greer will make it to third. And just like that, the Rangers are threatening, and here's the ever-dangerous Alex Rodriguez coming to the plate. 40 home runs, 60 walks against right-handed pitching, and this game could get out of hand very quickly. The infield will come in to try to prevent Greer from scoring. So let's make sure I've got an infield in reference ready to go, and I've got it right here. Loaiza knows he's got to keep control of this game right here. He will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 7, that's going to be a tough 18. That is a desperately needed strikeout for Loaiza. Stadium cheers. Yay! 1 out in the inning. But of course, the Blue Jays are hardly out of the woods, as here's Rafael Palmeiro. 35 home runs, 76 walks against right-handed pitching. I think this whole heart of the Rangers order is pretty much a murderer's row at the plate. Loaiza looking in at Fletcher for the sign once again. He will set, and he will pitch. Snake Eyes is an in-play 35 as I've got dice falling over. And in play 35, that's going to get popped up on the infield on the third base side. That'll go into foul territory, where Tony Batista will go make the play on that one. He will make the catch for out number 2. Two down here in the top of the first, and here's Ivan Rodriguez stepping into the batter's box. 20 home runs, 17 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Just making sure the camera didn't do anything crazy on me. Loaiza trying to get out of trouble here in the top of the first. He will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at the Skydome on their feet, hoping for a big-time pitch. Loaiza will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a ballpark check. Uh-oh. 7 is wheelhouse for a righty. Rodriguez thinks he's got a hold of one. And what he's got a hold of is getting the Rangers out to a fast start here in 2001 with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Ivan Rodriguez. Party at the plate on his dime. A 3-run blast to start the 2001 season. We are up, and the Rangers are up 3-0. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Andres Galarraga. 4 home runs, 13 walks against right-handed pitching. 3-0 Rangers here before the Blue Jays have even had a chance to take the batter's box. Loaiza has got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 67, and Galarraga is going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side, but damage done here in the top of the first. 3 runs on 3 hits. A 3-run bomb by Ivan Rodriguez. Score is now Texas 3, Toronto coming to bat. The first of what will probably be many times the ball is gone this season. We'll see if Toronto can get in on it as well here. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Rick Helling. 12-11 with a 5.17 ERA. 215 2/3 innings pitched. 256 hits. 38 home runs. 63 walks. 154 strikeouts in 2001. And we will meet the starting lineup that he is in charge of keeping in check. Leading off, Shannon Stewart is in left field. Alex Gonzalez is at shortstop. Raul Mondesi is in right field. Carlos Delgado is at first base. Brad Fulmer is the designated hitter. Tony Batista is at third base. We had to call his name earlier. Darren Fletcher's catching. Jose Cruz is in center field. And Homer Bush is at second base. And that's the lineup that Helling has got to keep in check for the Rangers. Leading off for the Toronto Blue Jays is Shannon Stewart. Helling is a righty, 11 home runs, 32 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. And let's get right back to the action here. Helling will get the sign from Ivan Rodriguez. They got to specify Ivan Rodriguez because we have 2 Rodriguezes for the Rangers. Helling will set, and he will pitch. 10, that's a ballpark check. 74 to a righty is in play, though. And a 45 is going to be too high. That'll be popped up on the infield. Just barely fair, but Caminetti will have that one. He will make the catch for out number 1. Here's Alex Gonzalez. 13 home runs, 32 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helling will get the sign from Ivan Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a wheelhouse check. 46, ooh, just barely in play. And a 97 is going to be way too high. That's going to be lifted into left field. Back for that one is Greer. He will have that with no trouble. 2 down in the inning. And here's Raul Mondesi. 20 home runs, 47 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 9 will be a tough 33. Not a wild pitch. I do have to pay attention to that. But a tough 33 is going to be a called strike 3 on Mondesi. He will get retired on strikes, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Texas after 1. And we will find out if Esteban Loaiza has instant amnesia as he gets set for the top of the second, starting to work at the bottom of the Rangers' order already. Leading off the top of the second, we've got Ken Caminiti. 7 home runs, 19 walks versus right-handed pitching in 2001. Loaiza knows he's down 3-0. He's got to keep this game right where it is. His bats have got to give him some help too. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. Snake Eyes, that's an in-play 97. That'll be a fly ball into left field. Coming in for that will be Stewart. He'll make the play with no trouble. 1 out in the inning. Here's Ruben Mateo for the Rangers. No home runs, 6 walks versus right-handed pitching in 2001. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set. Here's the windup, the kick, and here comes the pitch. 5. That'll be a tough 11. That'll be a pretty ugly swing, and indeed it will be. That'll be a swing and a miss by Mateo as he is retired on strikes. 2 down. And here's Bo Porter. No home runs, 6 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 7. That's going to be a tough 2. Another ugly swing by Porter as he is retired on strikes as well. That'll be the 4th strikeout by Loaiza today. And after giving up a 3-run bomb to Rodriguez, 1-2-3 go the Rangers here in the top of the second. As it is still 2-0 Texas as we get set for the 3-0 Texas as we get set for the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second brings us to the middle of the Blue Jays order. Carlos Delgado taking his first at-bat for the season. 31 home runs, 68 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helling looking in at Rodriguez for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 63, and Delgado will fight that one off. He'll be on board with a single. The infield will move to double play depth as Brad Fulmer now steps into the batter's box. 16 home runs, 27 walks against right-handed pitching. Delgado is an A1. A1 to steal. A1 would be a normal chance. Delgado's going to stay put. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 9. That'll be a tough 12. An ugly swing by Fulmer. He will strike out for 1 down in the inning. And here's Tony Batista. 11 home runs, 7 walks against right-handed pitching for him in 2001. It looks like with Toronto. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 10. That'll be a ballpark check. Oh boy. 37 to a righty is wheelhouse. Batista thinks he's got a hold of one. And he's got a hold of turning this into a one-run game with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Tony Batista, 3-2 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Darren Fletcher. 8 home runs, 14 walks against right-handed pitching. It's probably going to be one of those days. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 81. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming in for that one is going to be Porter. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Jose Cruz. 26 home runs, 28 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 64. And right at the top of his range, but that'll be a called strike 3 on Cruz, and that will retire the side. All of a sudden, we've got a game here. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run blast by Tony Batista. Score is now 3-2 Rangers after 2. Top of the third brings us back to the top of the Rangers order. Here's Greer. Greer led off the game with a single back in the first. Suddenly, what looked like it was going to be a one-sided affair has gotten very interesting. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that'll be an in-play 86. That'll be grounded over to second. Grabbing that for the Blue Jays will be Bush. He will make the play over to first. 1 out in the inning. Here's Velarde. Velarde's 1 for 1. He's got a single as well. Loaiza gets the sign from Fletcher. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 9 will be a ballpark check for his wheelhouse. Uh-oh. Can Velarde extend the lead? Yes, he can, and he will, with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Randy Velarde. 4-2 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's A-Rod. A-Rod struck out his first time up. We're going to get some activity in the Blue Jays bullpen. As Loaiza looking shaky here on opening day. Who are the Blue Jays going to get warming up? The Blue Jays are going to get... Blue Jays are probably going to want to eat some innings. They're going to get Kelvin Escobar loosening up. I was about to say Kelvin, but it's actually Kelvin. So yeah, Loaiza looking very shaky here on opening day. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. In 8, that'll be an in-play 30, and Rodriguez is just going to miss a base hit. He's going to get under it enough to lift it over second base. Waiting for that one is going to be Bush again. He will make the play, catching it this time on a pop fly. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Palmeiro. Palmeiro popped out his first time up as well. Rangers with a 4-2 lead here in the top of the third. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 9, that'll be a ballpark check, 49 to a lefty. Uh-oh. That's wheelhouse. That's trouble. And that's high, deep, gone, boom! Home run, Rafael Palmeiro. 5-2, favor of the Rangers. Stadium groans. Ugh. Escobar continuing to throw in the bullpen. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez had a 3-run blast. Had the 3-run blast back in the first. Loaiza is saying, "I can get us out of the inning, coach." Escobar will be ready to come in by the top of the fourth. Loaiza will get the sign from Fletcher, and he will pitch. 7, that'll be a tough 58, and Rodriguez will fight that off. He'll have a single. Batter now is Galarraga, and that's actually going to be it for Loaiza. The Blue Jays are not going to take any more chances on him. I think the Rangers have seen more than enough of Loaiza today. He's been very shaky in this opening day game. So the Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen. And coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Kelvin Escobar, 6-8 with a 3.50 ERA, 126 innings pitched, 93 hits, 8 home runs, 52 walks, and 121 strikeouts in 2001. If I had any Blue Jays fans in chat, they probably would have been screaming for me to pull Loaiza after the first home run of the inning. But Galarraga is now at the plate. Rodriguez at first, he's not going anywhere though. Even though he would be a B3, which B3 would be a very good chance to steal, but he's going to stay put. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome, not happy with what they see. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a patient 51, and Galarraga is going to get drilled. Clunk, ouch. First thing Escobar does is hits Galarraga. And just like that, the Rangers have something else going on, and here's Caminiti. Caminiti is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. All of a sudden, a very dangerous situation here for the Blue Jays. I should mention that my fast score house rule will be in effect for these regular season games. Especially, fast score house rule is in effect. I'll explain that. When we get to Ultra Quick Baseball, the ticker. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome are panicking already. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a patient 5, and wow! Escobar drills Galarraga, and then walks the bases loaded. Yikes. This is not a good day if you're a Blue Jays fan, I can tell you that right now. Bases are full of Rangers, and here's Mateo. Mateo today is 0 for 1. Good news is he can't hit a... Good news for the Blue Jays, Mateo can't hit a homer against a righty. Bad news, that's not the only way he can hurt them. Mateo waits for the offering. Escobar gets the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome are panicking. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a ballpark check. 55 for a righty is in play. A 65 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Coming under that for the Blue Jays is Mondesi. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Stadium sighs. Phew! The reason they're sighing is because that could have easily been a whole lot worse than 2 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. Solo bombs by Randy Velarde and Rafael Palmeiro. Score is now 5-2 Rangers as we get set for the bottom of the third. And the Blue Jays fans are sighing in relief because, like I said, this could easily have been a whole lot worse. Although it was probably bad enough watching their starter get chased here in the top of the third. Bottom of the third coming up and leading off for the Blue Jays is Homer Bush. 3 home runs, 5 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helling, coming out of the dugout, got to be feeling mighty good about himself. Or feeling good about his team. He will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 18. And at patient 18, Bush is going to fight that one off. He will lead off with a single. That'll bring the infield to double play depth. And here's Stewart. Stewart today is 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. A B1 to steal is a fair chance. Bush is going to stay put. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. Fans here at Skydome hoping the Blue Jays can put something together. Helling will set, and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 88. And a tough 88 is going to get bounced over to short. Let's see if the Blue Jays, or if the Rangers, I should say, can turn the double play. 7 and a 7, so 2d6. 7 or less, this will be a double play. Rodriguez has got it. He'll throw that over to Velarde. That'll get Bush. Velarde turns, makes the throw to Palmeiro. Throw is in time. That'll be a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium barfs. Bleh. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez today is 0 for 1. An inning derailing double play as the Blue Jays cannot seem to catch a break today. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 7 will be a patient 77. Fortunately for the Rangers, he's not that patient. That'll be a fly ball into center field. Porter getting under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Blue Jays. Score is now 5-2 Rangers after 3. Top of the 4th coming up brings us to the bottom of the Rangers order. Here's Porter. Porter today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Escobar getting a sign from Fletcher. He's got to stop this carnage somehow. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a tough 51. That'll help. That'll be a swing and a miss by Porter. Strike 3 for out number 1. And here's Greer. Greer today is 1 for 2 with a single. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 4. That's going to be a patient 26, and that'll be a walk. Greer will work a walk out of that at bat. That'll bring the infield to double play depth for Velarde. Velarde today. Velarde is 2 for 2 with a single and a bomb. Greer not going anywhere on the base paths. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 4. That's a patient 6, and that will also be a walk. As Velarde will get on with his own walk. And just like that, the Rangers have something going on here with 1 out. Batter now is Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 2. His bat's been quiet today. Greer still not a threat to go anywhere. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at the Skydome are panicking. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 11. That is going to be a tough 27, and that'll be a swing and a miss by Rodriguez. Strike 3, out number 2. Batter now is Palmeiro. Palmeiro is 1 for 2, but that one was a solo bomb. Boy, would the Rangers love to get another bomb from him. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 5. That's a ballpark check. 86's wheel is in play, though, to a lefty. A 3. That'll be enough for a double. And everybody is going to score. So that's going to clear the bases. Greer will score. Greer and Velarde will both score. Palmeiro with a double. He'll be at second base. 7-2 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez today is 2 for 2, also with a single and a bomb. And the Blue Jays are in serious trouble here. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome do not like what they see in the slightest. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a tough 55. A tough 55. Rodriguez will fight that off. He'll have a single. And with extra base advancement, actually, I think we got to flip over a card. Runner in second advances 1 base plus. Actually, the way I did that is with 2 outs, there was extra base advancement, so Palmeiro will actually score. 8-2 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Galarraga's. Escobar also starting to have problems. Escobar is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he's been hit by a pitch. We're going to get some more activity going in the Rangers bullpen. Let's see, who do they want now? They were trying to use Escobar to eat up innings, but he's getting shelled here. They're going to get, actually both of the Blue Jays pitchers have gotten shelled today. They're going to get Chris Michalik warming up. They've got to stop the carnage here. As we're at Galarraga, now at the plate with Rodriguez at first. Rodriguez, though, not going anywhere. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. Snake Eyes is a defense check. Let's see who we're going to for the Blue Jays. We're looking at range on the shortstop. Shortstop is Gonzalez. His range is an A. That's a 4. That's going to be a hit for the Rangers. Hit to the shortstop. That'll be a single. Rodriguez will make it to third. And we've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the batter now is Caminiti, as Michalik continues to get loose in the bullpen. Caminiti today is 0 for 1. He has a walk. Rodriguez at third, Galarraga at first. Fans here at Skydome still panicking. Caminiti waiting for the offering from Escobar. Escobar will take the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a tough 12 and a much-needed strikeout as the Blue Jays manage to duck a more catastrophic inning, but still plenty of damage done here in the 4th. 3 runs. 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks, and the score is now 8-2 Texas as we head into the bottom of the 4th. You had a phone call. What happened while you were gone? It's a blowout. Just 3 more runs in the top of the 4th for the Rangers. They're starting to run away with this one. I am more than half expecting the Toronto faithful to be trying to start to beat traffic here fairly soon. Let's see if the heart of the Blue Jays order can do anything in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Mondesi. Mondesi's 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 7. That'll be a patient 41. Mondesi is just barely patient enough to work a walk out of that at bat. Delgado, now the batter, once I get Digital Diamond and my out tracker caught up. Infield going to double play depth. Delgado has a single today, and he scored one of the Blue Jays' 2 runs. Mondesi is a C1. That's not going to translate to a very good chance. Nope. Poor chance to steal. Mondesi staying put. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 13. And a bad swing by Delgado as he goes after a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 1. Delgado seeing the scoreboard, panicking a little bit, trying to do something about it himself. 1 away in the inning instead. And here's Fulmer. Fulmer struck out his first time up. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 4 is a wheelhouse check. What is that? A 65. That is in play for Fulmer. That's an 88. That's going to get bounced over to second. Waiting for that is going to be Velarde. Let's see if they turn 2. 7 or less, it will be a double play. No, Mondesi will make it to second. The only play will be to first. Fulmer will be thrown out. 2 outs in the inning. Two outs in the inning, and the batter now is Batista. Batista actually has a 2-run bomb today. The Blue Jays would love another one of those. 8-2 Blue Jays, or 8-2 Rangers here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs in the inning, though. Helling gets the sign from Rodriguez, and here's the pitch. 9, that's a tough 64, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Batista, and the inning is over. No runs and a walk, and after 4, the Rangers now holding on to an 8-2 lead. And opening day so far is not going to the Blue Jays' liking, although the Rangers are liking what they see here. Top of the 5th brings us to the bottom of the Rangers' order. Here's Mateo. Mateo today is 0 for 2. Escobar waiting for the sign from Fletcher. Michalik continuing to get loose. Escobar will set, and he will pitch. 7. That'll be a patient 49. And plunk, ouch. Mateo gets hit. And at this point, warnings are going out to both benches. So to explain that that's a house rule that I use. It's not necessarily something to pay off pitch, but it's something I use with all of my baseball sims. Once 2 batters are hit, or if I think there's a particular rivalry, I'll put warnings in place. So any subsequent hit batters will result in the pitcher being tossed. The only time I've ever used preemptive warnings was during the 1985 AL wildcard game, as it was a rematch from the 1991 wildcard game between the Tigers and the Royals. I wanted to head off any kind of funny business there, so that's why I put the warnings in place preemptively. Here's Porter. Porter struck out twice today. Mateo is an A3. That's an excellent chance to steal, but up 6 runs. Rangers don't need to get cute. I think strategy rules would be off an inside pitch anyway. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 48, and Porter's going to fight that one off. He'll have a single. Let's see what happens with runner advancement. Opposite field liner into left field. Actually, yeah, into left field. No, opposite field for a righty would be into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base plus. Mateo's going to hold. They don't need to get cute here. The Rangers already have a 6-run lead. There's no reason there's no reason for them to get cute with it. Here's Greer. Greer today is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Fans here at Skydome not liking what they see. Mateo waiting at second, Porter at first. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a tough 49, and that's going to be a much-needed ground. That'll be a ground ball right back. That'll be a ground ball over to first. Let's see if they turn the double play. A 6 or an 8, 6 or less on 2d6, and it'll be a double play. No. Mateo will make third. Porter will be thrown out. Greer will make first on the fielder's choice. 1 down. So G3, we'll call that unassisted. Actually, no, that's going to be G3-4. Just making a note here. So G3-4. 1 out in the inning, and the batter now is Velarde. Velarde today is 2 for 2 with a single, a bomb, and a walk. And oh boy, we could see a lot. We could potentially see this game get broken wide open, as if it isn't already broken open. The infield, though, is going to play in. I don't think the Blue Jays can afford to let this game get any further out of hand. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That's going to be a tough 93, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. And I think the throw is going to come to the plate. Here we go. The throw is going to come to the plate. That's an 8. And Mateo is going to be thrown out at the plate. So that, I think I've got to code that as a G6. I think this was a G6-2. I'm just going to make sure that cooperates. So we should end up with Greer at second, Velarde at first, Mateo with... Okay, perfect. So we should end up with 2 outs in the inning. Okay, so G6-2. So Mateo thrown out. And Velarde at first on the fielder's choice. Here is Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been quiet today, 0 for 3, and he's struck out twice. Rangers haven't needed him today, though. 8-2 lead here in the top of the 5th. Escobar gets the sign from Fletcher, and he will pitch. 8 will be a tough 63, and that's going to be just high enough, just too high for a ground ball over to second. Getting to that one is going to be Bush. He will make the play himself to second, and that will retire the side. The Blue Jays dodge a bullet here, as there's no runs on a hit and a hit batter, but the Rangers can't get anything out of it. Still 8-2 Texas, heading into the bottom of the 5th. Stadium size. Phew! Oops, I was not paying attention to the out tracker all inning. Okay, bottom of the 5th brings us to the bottom of the Blue Jays orders. They're just now batting for the second time. Here's Fletcher. Fletcher flew out his first time up. Helling hasn't been like a gem, or anything like that, but he's been serviceable today. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 46. And a tough 46 is going to be grounded over to first, where Palmeiro will get that one. He will wave off Helling coming over to cover, take it to the bag himself. 1 down in the inning. Here's Cruz. Cruz today has struck out. He struck out his first time up. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 73, and against a righty, Cruz will fight that off. He'll have a single. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Stewart. Stewart today is 0 for 2. Cruz is not going to do anything on the base paths, not with a 6-run deficit. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 38. And a tough 38. Stewart's going to fight that one off. He'll have a single. Runner on first advances 1 base on a sharp liner into center field. And the Blue Jays have something going on here. Infield's still at double play depth. And here's Bush. Bush today is 0 for 2. He's got a little bit of home run power, but not a lot. Still, the Blue Jays would love to see him cut this lead in half. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 5, that's an in-play 17. That'll still help. That'll be a base hit. Runner, hard grounder into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second scores. So Cruz will score. Stewart will go to second. Bush will go to first. On, what is that, an S? Actually, yeah, that's an S7. Actually, that'd be... Actually, he was batting lefty against Helling, so that'd be a single into left. Not that it's going to matter, because I've got to enter it as a 1B plus in digital diamond. But the score is now 8-3 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Actually, Cruz is the 8 spot. Here's Gonzalez, though. Gonzalez today is 0 for 2. And suddenly, things could get very interesting here. Gonzalez has got a decent amount of power, but we've got the heart of the order coming up soon. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 31, and Gonzalez is going to potentially clear the bases with a double. Let's see. Line shot splits the gap into center field. All runners score. That sounds like just what the Blue Jays needed. So Stewart and Bush will both score. Gonzalez to second, and all of a sudden, it is now 8-5 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Double play depth, not a thing. And here is... Right. Here's Mondesi. Mondesi today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Things just got very interesting here at the Skydome. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be an in-play 55. That'll be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Mateo. He will make the catch. That'll be out number 2. And I know there's something special about a fly ball with less than 2 outs. I believe it's based on the run rating. He's got Gonzalez with a run rating of a 7. If the result was wheelhouse or patient. If there's a runner, okay, so if there's a runner on second base and the result was F9, and it was, Gonzalez will make third, but there will be 2 outs in the inning. I just got to figure out how to enter that in. I think it's going to be F9 R2 plus. Because what I want to end up with is I want to end up with Gonzalez at third base. Perfect. Batter now is Delgado. Delgado today is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And Delgado, very capable of making this at least a 1-run game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Helling. Actually, we're going to get some activity in the Rangers bullpen. Let me just make sure the camera didn't go nuts on me here. Okay. So let's get some activity in the Rangers bullpen as well. As starting to get loose for the Rangers will be... They are going to get Jonathan Johnson warming up. The main goal for the Rangers here is potentially eat some innings. Well, either way. There we go. Okay. And I just had the dice in my hands right here. Okay. Helling gets the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at the Skydome suddenly on their feet. Helling will set, and he will pitch. 6, that'll be a tough 72. And Delgado's just going to miss it. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Porter. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. But it's enough for the Blue Jays to get back into this game, as it is now 8-5 Rangers after 5. This is a wild opening day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you hit that like button on this video. This has been quite a wild opening day game. Just needed to take a quick drink. Top of the 6th coming up, and that brings us to the middle of the Rangers order, which is where Texas has done their most damage today, leading off with Palmeiro. 2 for 3 with a double and a bomb. I think Palmeiro's bomb was a solo shot. Yes, it was. Let's see if the middle of this order can do even more damage. Palmeiro, Rodriguez, and Galarraga do up here in the inning. Escobar will get the sign from Fletcher. Let me make sure Escobar isn't fatigued yet. He might be. Actually, yeah, he is fatigued, so that's going to be it for Escobar. The Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen. Loaiza very much on the hook for the loss here, but the Blue Jays are determined to make this interesting for him. Coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be a lefty, Chris Michalik. 6-7 with a 4.62 ERA, 115 innings pitched, 133 hits, 14 homers, 49 walks, 57 strikeouts in 2001. The Blue Jays are going to ask him to limit this carnage. He'll step in, get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a patient 91. And against the lefty, Palmeiro's not that patient. That'll be grounded over to second, where Bush will wait for that one. He'll make the play for out number 1. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 3 for 3 with a 3-run bomb, a single, and another RBI. Ivan Rodriguez having a day at the plate. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a patient 69. Against the lefty, Rodriguez is not that patient. That'll also be grounded over to second, where once again, Bush waiting for it. He'll make the play. 2 down in the inning. And here's Galarraga. This could be a very dangerous decision by the Blue Jays. Galarraga today is 1 for 2 with a single, and he's been hit by a pitch. In wheelhouse, Galarraga kills left-handed pitching. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome biting their nails in nervousness. Michalik will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a patient 85. And against a lefty, actually patient 85, he's not that patient. That'll be grounded over to short for a change of pace. Where Gonzalez is waiting for it. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers here in the top of the 6th. 8-5 Texas as we head into the bottom of the 6th. The Rangers are going to let Helling start the inning, but Johnson continuing to throw in the bullpen like he's going to be called to come in at any time, because he very well could be. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Jays, we've got Fulmer. Fulmer today is 0 for 2. Helling trying to buy a little bit more time for Johnson to get ready. He will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars, that'll be a tough 56. And against a righty, Fulmer's just going to miss it. That'll be grounded over to third. Grabbing that will be Caminiti. He'll make the play for out number 1. Here's Batista. Batista today is 1 for 2. That one was a 2-run bomb. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 6 will be a tough 85, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Once again, actually that'll be A-Rod waiting for that one. He will make the play over to first, out number 2. And here's Fletcher. Fletcher today is 0 for 2. Helling will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 5, and that's going to be an ugly swing by Fletcher, but it will be strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 6th. Still 8-5 Rangers after 6. I have a feeling this is going to be a very offense-minded year, especially if this opening day is anything to go by. I'm sure somebody who knows baseball more than I do. And like a good baseball game, this started off rough, but there's a chance for a comeback. Yeah, there's still plenty of time for that. 3 favorite teams for Troy, the Padres, anyone playing the Yankees, and anyone playing the Dodgers. So who would you pick when the Yankees and the Dodgers are playing each other, Troy, like we had in the 2024 World Series? Just curious how you'd balance all that out. Anyway, top of the 7th brings us to the bottom of the Rangers order. Here's Caminiti. Caminiti today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a patient 11, and Caminiti will lead the inning off just barely with a walk. Here's Mateo. Mateo today is 0 for 2, but he's been hit by a pitch. The infield will go to double play depth. Mateo's got decent power against the lefty. He's going to swing away. Caminiti not doing anything on the base paths. He will get the sign from Fletcher. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set and he will pitch. 10. That'll be a ballpark check. 72 for a righty is in play. A 34. That's going to get popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base is Bush. He will make the play for out number 1. And here's Porter. Porter today is 1 for 3. He's got a single. Caminiti waiting at first. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set and he will pitch. 8. That'll be a patient 54 against a lefty. That will be a base hit for Porter. Sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Caminiti will go to second. Here's Greer. Greer today is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Caminiti waits at second. Porter's at first. Michalik gets the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome are panicking once again. Michalik will set and he will pitch. 3. That's a defense check. Let's see who we're checking for Toronto. Range on the second baseman. Second baseman is Bush. His range is a B. That's a 43. That's just barely going to be an out. And that'll be hit to Bush. Bush will take it, throw it to Gonzalez. That'll get Porter. Gonzalez will throw to Delgado at first. The relay will be in time. That'll be a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium cheers. Yay! Let's see. A walk and a single, but the Rangers aren't able to do anything with it. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I will take a small break. Don't forget, after this game is over, we will have our first episode of Ultra Quick Baseball for the 2001 season replay. Still going to be busy on the channel because later this afternoon we will be moving over to Coors Field in Denver, Colorado for April 5th, 2001, and our first look at the National League as the St. Louis Cardinals will be playing the Colorado Rockies. Matt Morris will be going for the Cardinals, and Pedro Estacio will be going for the Rockies. And catching up with chat, after watching my demo, Troy got to the 2024 season of Payoff Pitch. Thanks for the kind words on that, Troy. Also asking, is there a sport called baseball when the Yankees are against the Dodgers? At that time, you're a pro fishing fan. That's fair. I suppose if your two most hated teams are going against each other, there's really no way to cheer for that. And you could always grab real-time pro fishing by Play Games, which I actually played on the channel yesterday. I know you guys are probably looking at that like, go out, get some fresh air, touch grass, talk to people, all that good stuff. Anyway, bottom of the 7th coming up, as the Blue... Actually, before we get to that, Helling is going to come out of the game. He is currently eligible for the win in this one. Coming in to pitch for the Rangers will be Jonathan Johnson. No wins, no losses, 9.58 ERA, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 2 homers, 7 walks, 11 strikeouts in 2001. He is going to be charged with keeping the bottom of the Blue Jays order in check. Here's Cruz. Cruz today is 1 for 2 with a single. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. 8-5 Rangers, bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays were trailing by as much as 8-2 at one point, but they've since stormed back. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 5. That's going to be a tough 57, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Cruz. Strike 3, out number 1. Here's Bush. Bush today is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 5. That'll be a tough 80. And a tough 80 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Porter gets under that one. He will make the catch for out number 2. And here's Stewart. Stewart today is 1 for 3 with a single. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. Snake Eyes is a tough 47, and against a righty, Stewart will just barely fight that one off. He'll have a 2-out single. A 2-out single brings Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez today is 1 for 3 with a double. Johnson, hoping to limit the damage to just that single. He will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 will be a tough 90, and that's going to be a grounder over to short. A-Rod will pick that one up. He will make the play over to first, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Blue Jays. Score remains 8-5 Rangers after 7. Watching me play fishing. Looks interesting. More interested in bowling. Now back to baseball from the commercial break. I'll have one more small commercial and then we'll come back from the commercial break. Later today, before we get into the next baseball game, we will be having another video later today. And Jester, all good. Wife needs to go to the store. I completely understand. Hopefully he'll be back for some of the videos later today. But in addition to the next block in this replay, before I get to that video, I will be having the campaign intro for the winter campaign in Arkham Horror, the card game. So make sure you just stay tuned to the channel for everything coming up. Top of the 8th coming up. Yep, top of the 8th coming up will bring us back to the top of the Rangers order. Here is Velarde. Velarde today is 2 for 3 with a single and a bomb. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. There we go. 9 is going to be a tough 91, and that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Gonzalez will make that play with no trouble for out number 1. Speaking of shortstops, here's A-Rod. A-Rod's been quiet, though. He's 0 for 4. He's struck out twice. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that's a ballpark check. Uh-oh. 27 is wheelhouse, and Rodriguez kills left-handed pitching. And Rodriguez restores the Rangers some breathing room with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Alex Rodriguez. 9-5 Rangers. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Palmeiro. Palmeiro today is also having a good day. 2 for 4 with a bomb and a double. And we're going to get some more activity in the Blue Jays bullpen, as getting loose for Toronto is going to be, let's see, right, switch. They're going to get Paul Quantrill warming up, are the Blue Jays. Let me make sure. Okay, that's the first run Michalik is allowed. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a fatigue. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't surprised by Michalik being under fatigue. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher, and he will pitch. Let's see, 6. That'll be a tough 40. And that's going to be a swing and a miss by Palmeiro. Strike 3 for out number 2. And here's Ivan Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez is 3 for 4. A 3-run bomb and 2 singles. Michalik will get the sign from Fletcher, trying to keep this game right where it is with no further damage. Michalik will set, and he will pitch. 6 will be a tough 37, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Rodriguez. That will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, a solo bomb by A-Rod, and it is now 9-5 Rangers as we get set for the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th brings us to the heart of the Blue Jays order. Here's Mondesi. Mondesi today is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's also been relatively quiet today. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 19 is wheelhouse. Let's see what Mondesi can do here. Mondesi is going to take that a long way for a fly ball into center field, but it's going to be near the track, but that's where it's going to die out there. Porter's going to get to that one for out number 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. Rangers bench sighs. Phew. Here's the ever dangerous Delgado, though. Delgado today is 1 for 3 with a single as well. 9-5 Rangers, bottom of the 8th. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 86 is in play, though, for Delgado. That's a 54. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. It'll be a pretty shallow fly ball. Greer will have to come in a pretty good ways for it, but he'll get there without any problem. Make the catch, out number 2. Here's Fulmer. Fulmer today is 0 for 3. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 54, and a tough 54. Fulmer will fight that off. He'll have a 2-out single. This Ranger bullpen seems to like making it interesting with 2 outs. Here's Batista. Batista today is 1 for 3. That one was a 2-run bomb back in the 2nd. 9-5 Rangers, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs in the inning, Fulmer on first. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez, and he will pitch. 5, that'll be a tough 73, and Batista's going to fight that one off for a base hit. A runner on first advances, we're going to have him advance 2 bases with 2 outs. And all of a sudden, things just got very interesting. Batter now is Fletcher. Fletcher today is 0 for 3. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Fletcher capable of making this a 1-run game. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. Fans here at Skydome are on their feet. Johnson will set and he will pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 40's wheelhouse. Let's see what Fletcher can do with this one. 49, he's going to fight that one off. He's going to have a single. That'll be a base hit. A runner on first, that'll be a short blooper. Fulmer will score. Fletcher will make it to first. 9-6 in favor of the Rangers. Stadium cheers. Yay! Let's see, 1B9. Wow, another run with 2 outs, and here's Cruz. Cruz, very capable of tying this game with 1 swing. He is 1 for 3 today, though. He's singled and struck out twice. Johnson, realizing he is in a lot of trouble. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 11, that'll be a defense check for the Rangers. Let's see who we're going to. We're looking at error on the third baseman. Third baseman is Caminiti. His error rating is a 2. Oh boy. This could be very interesting. That's a 43. He is going to make an error on the play. Error on an infielder, that'll be a 1-base error, so an E5. And just like that, the bases are all of a sudden full of bluebirds. And the batter now is Bush. Bush today is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. And Jester's probably going to be kicking himself when he sees how interesting this just got. Johnson now panicking on the mound. Fans here at Skydome are on their feet. We're going to get some activity in the Rangers bullpen as they're going to get their closer ready. Once I find who their closer actually is, they're going to get Jeff Zimmerman. Warming up are the Rangers. And I just had the dice in my hands. Johnson now has got to be sweating bullets here. Fans here at the Skydome are on their feet. Johnson will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. He will kick. And here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 9. And Johnson is going to walk a run in. Batista will come in to score. So Batista will score. Fletcher, everybody's going to trot the bases. Batista is in the 6th spot. And all of a sudden, it is 9-7 in favor of the Rangers. But Toronto is very much threatening. And the batter now is Stewart. Stewart today is 2 for 4. We have got high drama here at Skydome here in the bottom of the 8th. Johnson is panicking, and I think they're going to yank him here. They're going to turn to their closer to get a 4-out save. So the Rangers are going to go to the bullpen. And coming in to pitch for the Rangers and try to get this game over with is going to be Jeff Zimmerman. He's coming in with the bases loaded. 4-4 with a 2.40 ERA and 28 saves. 71 and a third innings pitched. 48 hits, 10 home runs, 16 walks, and 72 strikeouts in 2001. His job is to get out of this jam and then finish the game. Fans here at Skydome still on their feet. Suddenly it's a 9-7 ball game. Zimmerman will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set and he will pitch. 4. Oh boy. He found wheelhouse 55. That's going to be a base hit by Stewart. Wow. Runner on. So Fletcher will score. Cruz will score. Bush will go to 3rd. Stewart will go to 1st. And just like that, we are tied at 9. That error proving costly. Actually, yeah. So the E5, the error by Caminiti is going to prove very costly. We are tied at 9 here in the bottom of the 8th. Stadium cheers. Yay! Zimmerman kicking himself as he's already blown his first save of the season. And here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez today is 1 for 4, but he's got a double. And just like that, we are tied at 9. I can't believe we're going to have... This is a wild game, very befitting of an opening day. Zimmerman is beside himself. He can't believe he gave that up. Actually, it looks like Bush should be at 2nd. Zimmerman will get the sign from Rodriguez. Fans here at Skydome are loud. They're electric here. Zimmerman will set, and he will pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 19. And that's going to be a swing and a miss by Gonzalez, but that's going to come too late. That'll be out number 3, but the damage is done. 4 runs on 4 hits, an error, and a walk, and all of that coming with 2 outs. And we are tied here at 9 after 8. But we have the age-old question to answer of, will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? High drama here on opening day. We are tied at 9, and we've got the bottom of the Rangers order due up. Let's see. Actually, Michalik, I think, is fatigued. He is. So that's going to be it for Michalik. He will come out of the game, and coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays will be wow, I didn't think we'd actually have a game at this point especially when we got out of the 4th. But all of a sudden, we've got a game, folks. And coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Paul Quantrill. 11-2 with a 3.04 ERA. 83 innings pitched, 86 hits, 6 home runs, 12 walks, 58 strikeouts in 2001. We have got drama here at Skydome. Tied at 9, top of the 9th. Quantrill facing Galarraga. Quantrill will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 84, and Galarraga is just going to miss it. That's going to be grounded over to short. Gonzalez will pick that one up. He'll make the play with no trouble. 1 out in the inning. Caminiti, now the batter. Caminiti today is 0 for 2 with 2 walks, but also had the costly error that put us in this spot. Quantrill will get the sign from from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 9, that's an in-play 10, and Caminiti is going to have a 1-out single. Trying to make up for the error that put the Rangers in this spot. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Mateo. Mateo today is 0 for 3 with a hit batter, or with a hit batsman. They're not going to get cute here unless they want to try a hit and run, maybe. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea here. No, they're not gonna try to hit and run here. Not this late in the game. Although that would be tied at 9 with 1 out. Double play. No, they're not gonna hit and run here. Quantrill will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That'll be an in-play 6. And that's going to be a double for Mateo. Looping liner to right field. Runners advance 2 bases. Caminiti will go to third. Mateo goes to second, and the infield has got to play in. Here's Porter. Porter today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. And we're going to get Dan Plesac warming up for the Blue Jays. The infield is playing in. Quantrill will get the sign from Fletcher. He will set, and he will pitch. 7, that'll be a tough 11, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Porter. Strike 3, out number 2. And here's Greer. Greer today is 1 for 4 with a single and a walk. It's now on to Greer to try to get one of these runners home. Quantrill will get the sign from Fletcher. Fans here at Skydome on their feet, hoping for a big-time pitch. Quantrill will set, and he will pitch. 6, that'll be a tough 55, and that's going to be too high. That's going to be grounded over to third. Picking that up is going to be Batista. He will throw that over to first. Side retired. 2 hits, but the Rangers can't do anything with it. We are still tied at 9 with the heart of the Blue Jays order coming up. And the question now is, will we see some bottom of the ninth inning magic? And if we want bottom of the ninth inning magic, the Blue Jays have the right group coming up for that. They've got the right part of their order for that. Leading off is Mondesi. Mondesi today is 0 for 3. He does have a walk. The Rangers are going to get some activity in their bullpen as they can't believe that Jeff Zimmerman wasn't able to get it done. They are going to get... Actually, he was the best pitcher they had. They're going to get Mike Venafro. Actually, that's probably... No, I think that's a good idea. They're going to get Mike Venafro warming up. I think the Rangers want a lefty here warming up. But let's see if Mondesi can finish the game with one swing of his bat. He's definitely capable of doing it. Zimmerman will get the sign from Rodriguez. Fans here at Skydome are on their feet. Zimmerman will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 6. That'll be a tough 72. And Mondesi is going to fight that one off. He will have a leadoff single. Infield is at double play depth. Batter now is Delgado. Delgado today is 1 for 3 with a single. Mondesi a C1 to steal. That's going to be a miserable chance to steal. Yeah, poor chance. He's staying put. Zimmerman has got to shake this off. He will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 9. That's going to be an in-play 93. That'll be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Mateo. He will make the catch for out number 1. Batter now is Fulmer. Fulmer today is 1 for 3 with a single. Zimmerman with 1 out in the inning. He will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 32, and Fulmer is going to swing through the heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Here's Batista. Batista today is 2 for 4 with a single and a bomb. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Zimmerman will get the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. Boxcars is a defense check. Uh-oh. Who are we checking? Range of the second baseman. Second baseman is Velarde. His range is a C. And that's just barely going to be a base hit, but that'll be enough for a base hit. And a base hit on the second baseman, that's going to be a base hit. So everybody moving up a base. And that'll bring the winning run into scoring position. That's Mondesi. Batter now is Fletcher. Fletcher today is 1 for 4 with a single. 2 outs, a single could very easily end the game. Zimmerman looking in at Rodriguez. Fans here at Skydome are loud. Zimmerman gets the sign from Rodriguez. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 7. That'll be a tough 30. And a tough 30 against a righty, that's going to be a base hit. A sharp line, actually, with 2 outs, there's extra base movement, so Mondesi will score, and that will do it for this game. Mondesi will score, and the Blue Jays will walk it off with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And that'll be 10-9 for the Blue Jays as they will pick this one up. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up with a dramatic game to close out opening day. Anybody who left when it was 8-2 Rangers after 4 is probably kicking themselves right now. My guess is Paul Quantrill is going to get the win, and yep. All right, for the Blue Jays, 10 runs on 15 hits and no errors. For the Rangers, 9 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. Just like I thought, winning pitcher in this one is going to be Paul Quantrill, as this was tight with high drama, no doubt. Winning pitcher is going to be Jeff Zimmerman. He will take the loss on this one. But as you guys well know, we are not done yet, as we still have Ultra Quick Baseball to get to. So bear with me while I do my usual cleanup, and then we will get to Ultra Quick Baseball. What an opening day 2001 game that was, and thank you guys for stopping in, and thank you guys for tuning in for that, whether you tuned in during the live stream or came in later and you're watching this after it's all done on YouTube. Zimmerman was hanging around on the field, kind of with a little bit of a hangdog look in his eyes. I don't want to do too much cleanup because I am coming back here later today. So I'm just kind of getting stuff a little bit out of the way, but I'm not going to do a full teardown. There we go. So the Toronto Blue Jays start us off with a dramatic 10-9 victory here so the Toronto Blue Jays start us off with a dramatic 10-9 victory over the Texas Rangers. I'm just going to test, make sure everything is working fine there. Perfect. Okay, we've got Ultra Quick Baseball all set and ready to go. So I'm going to be rolling a D66. Black is always going to be the away team. White is always going to be the home team. Let's see how the rest of the majors fared here in this opening block of the season. We've got, yes, we did have exciting ninth inning magic. This was a phenomenal game to start the season with. But let's see how the rest of the majors fared. First up, we've got the Red Sox and the Orioles. Red Sox, 062. That is 6. Orioles, N62. That is also 6. And we've got a pressure situation already. We've got another game threatening to go to extras. Red Sox are H66. That'll score a run. Orioles are an A61. That will not score a run, so the Red Sox will take that one 7-6, heading just before it turns into the ninth, just before it goes to extras. And for extras, I will mention also that I'm not going to use the extra innings chart in Ultra Quick Baseball. I'm instead going to use a clutch score and fast score, and I'll explain how that works. Actually, that reminds me. Let me explain how the fast score house rule works. So the way it works is on weeknight games, if a game goes 12 innings and extra innings, then I'm going to finish it after the 12th inning with the clutch roll on fast score. The reason for that is I can't be going a lot of long games on weeknights, because I have to get it for work the next day. The only exception to that house rule, the only exceptions are going to be weekend games, since I have more time for those games, and elimination games, because because I don't like the idea of a team in the playoffs facing elimination to get bailed out by fast score. I want the team that can finish the elimination to land the death blow themselves, and the team trying to avoid elimination to avoid the death blow themselves. Anyway, I'm rambling on that, as now we're back to Ultra Quick, as we're taking our first look at the 1985 World Series champion Expos, as they're visiting the Cubs. Expos, P53, that is 5. Cubs, Q54. Q54 is also 5, and we've already got another pressure situation. Expos are a B16. That won't score a run. Neither will the Cubs on a J25, most likely. Nope. So that's where we're going to fast score. So the way fast score works is we're going to roll a D6 for each team, add their clutch rating. Montreal is a 0. The Cubs are a -2. Expos, 6 plus 0 is 6. Cubs, 5 minus 2 is 3. That will be a win for the Expos. So that's how the ticker is going to work. Braves and the Reds. Braves, M44, that is 4. Reds, Q34, that's a big game. So now we've got to roll again on our big game chart, and I'm probably going to be laminating these. Let's see, 23 is -2 columns, so they were a Q. Now they're rolling on column O. O12 is 1, and that'll be a win for the Braves. White Sox and the Indians. White Sox, P44. P44 is another big game. $32 is going to be +1, so they were a P, now they're rolling on column Q. 64 is 8, the White Sox didn't come to screw around. Indians, T36, that is 5, so another shootout, but this one goes to the White Sox. Cardinals and the Rockies. Cardinals, N42, that is 4. Rockies, W36. W36 is 5. That'll be a win for the Rockies. Phillies and the Marlins. Phillies, Q14 is 3. Marlins, S14. That is also 3. We've got another pressure situation. Phillies on an I-24 won't score. The Marlins on an E32 won't either. That'll bring us to extras. Phillies roll a 1 plus 0. Marlins roll a 1. -4 is -3. That'll be a win for the Phillies in extras. Brewers and the Dodgers. Brewers, Q53 is 5. Dodgers, O41 is 4. That'll be a win for the Brew Crew. Royals and the Yankees. Royals, Q31, that is 4. Yankees, P14, that is 2. Kansas City will double up the Yankees. Athletics and the Mariners. Athletics, W22, that is 4. Mariners, X61 is going to be a lot more than 4. That is 9. That'll be a win for the Mariners. Padres and the Giants. Padres, R15, that is 3. Giants, Q51 is probably going to be a lot more than 3. That'll be 5. That's not a lot more than 3, but that's enough more than 3. April 3rd, Mets and the Braves. Mets, O12, that is 1. Braves, Q44, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Braves. Pirates and the Reds. Both L's, that makes my life easy. Pirates roll a 51, that is 3. Reds roll a 46, that is also 3. Pressure situation, they're also both A's on pressure. Pirate, neither team will score anything. That'll bring us to extras. Pirates roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. Reds roll a 4, minus 1 is 3. That'll be a win for the Pirates, 4-3 in extras. Next, we got April 3rd. Twins and the Tigers. Twins, N46. N46 is 4. Tigers, P45, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Tigers. Phillies and the Marlins. Phillies, Q13, that is 2. Marlins, S55 is going to be more than 2. That'll be 7. That'll be a win for the Marlins. Brewers and the Astros. Brewers, Q25 is 3. Astros are also a Q. I didn't realize that. They roll a 35. That is 4. That'll be a win for the Astros. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Diamondbacks, wow. R66, this will be a high-scoring game. R66 is 10. Dodgers, S65, that is 9. Another high-scoring game. That one goes to the Snakies. Athletics and the Mariners. Athletics, W42 is 6. Mariners, X46. X46 is 8. That'll be a win for the Mariners. Blue Jays and the Devil Rays. Blue Jays are not going to continue their hot start, though. L12, that is 1. Devil Rays, O36, that is a big game. .56 is going to move them forward 2 columns, so now they're rolling on column Q. A 45, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the Devil Rays. Angels and the Rangers. Angels, J56. J56 is 4. Rangers, T51 is 6. That'll be a win for the Rangers. Mets and the Braves. April 4th, by the way. Mets and the Braves. Mets, O34, that is 4. Braves, Q41, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Braves. Red Sox and the Orioles. Red Sox look like they want something this season. O66 is 9. Orioles, N64, that is 7. A shootout goes to the Red Sox. Expos and the Cubs. Expos, P44, that's a big game for Montreal. A 46 is going to send them back 1 column, so they were P, now they're rolling on column O. 33 is 4. Cubs, Q41, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Baby Bears. Pirates and the Reds. Both L's again. Pirates roll a 32, that is 3. Reds roll a 42, that is also 3. Pressure situation, once again, both teams are A's. A 15 won't score for the Pirates, neither will a 61 for the Reds, shockingly, so they will go to extras. Pirates roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. Reds roll a 3, minus 1 is 2. That'll be another win for the Pirates. White Sox and the Indians. White Sox, P32. P32 is 4. Indians, T32. That is also 4. Pressure situation once again. White Sox, H22 won't score. Neither will a J34. For the Indians, we will go to extras. White Sox roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. Indians roll a 1, plus 1 is 2. That'll be a win for the White Sox in extras. Cardinals and the Rockies, we'll see them later. Cardinals, N15. N15 is 2. Rockies, W16 is 4. That'll be a win for the Rockies. Phillies and the Marlins. Phillies, Q33 is 4. Marlins, S46. S46 is 5. That'll be a win for the Marlins. Brewers and the Astros, both are Qs. Brewers roll an 11, though. That is 0. Astros roll a 34. That is a big game for the Astros. .34 sends them all the way to column A, so a terrible outing by the Astros. A 66 is 3. Somehow, they win that one. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Diamondbacks, R21. R21 is 3. Yep. Dodgers, S61. That is 8. And that'll be a win for the Dodgers. Royals and the Yankees. Royals, Q35 is 4. Yankees, P62, that is 6. The Yankees will beat the Royals. Athletics and the Mariners. Athletics, W32 is 5. Mariners, X42 is 6. The Mariners will take another win. Padres and the Giants. Padres, R42 is 4. Giants, Q25, that is 3. The Friars will get a win on that one. Blue Jays and the Devil Rays. Blue Jays, L32. L32 is 3. Devil Rays, O63 is 6. And the Devil Rays will double up the Blue Jays. Angels and the Rangers. Angels, J51. J51 is 3. Rangers, T42. T42 is 5. That'll be a win for the Rangers. And that is your Ultra Quick Baseball from Downey Games. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always this afternoon. Later this afternoon, we'll be at Coors Field for April 5th, 2001, and our first National League feature game, as the St. Louis Cardinals will be playing the Colorado Rockies. Matt Morris will be going for the Cardinals, and Pedro Estacio will be going for the Rockies. Before that, though, we will have the winter campaign intro in Arkham Horror, the card game. So stay tuned for that on the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Toronto Blue Jays pull a wild walk-off win out of their hats for this one as they beat the Texas Rangers by a final score of 10-9. Once again, take care and I will see you guys later on the channel.